Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So President Trump and Elon Musk recently discovered that some people were 200 years old and still collecting Social Security. But I want to point out that I think it is possible, and I actually, I'll get to it in a second. I actually think those people exist. And here's why. Here's the Social Security's uh, actuarial tables on life expectancy. It breaks it down by gender and age. And I'm 37 years old, and potentially I have a 0.003295, point 0.3 or so percent chance of dying this year. But here's the thing, my body is probably a lot younger than the average 37-year-old, and I can attest to that because I teach at a community college. This is our student union. I can't tell you how many times the students either hit on me, they think I'm a student, they ask, am I taking so and so class with them in the near future? One time I was at a different college. One time I was working on something in the adjunct office, and it was 11 o'clock. I was grading stuff, and security actually came to visit me because somebody called saying that they had a student hanging around in the adjunct office. And so that's not an uncommon circumstance for me. And right now, as we speak, one of the students in a different department was hitting on me, and I still like making new connections. So, but it's just weird, right? Now, so if my body really is only 20 years old, my probability of death is considerably lower, right? 0.001373. And let's imagine that I stay as healthy as a 20-year-old for the rest of my life. Now, if the probability of dying each year is only that much, we could do some easy calculation to figure out what the expected life expectancy is. Right? All we have to do is take 1 divided by the probability of death in a given year, and we get 728 years. But it actually gets better than that, because the average 20-year-old dies of the odds of death of each cause are very skewed toward things that are much more avoidable than your older people. When you're 20 years old, the leading causes of death are unintentional injury, homicide, and suicide, and a lot of those risks go away with wisdom. Right? Look at the number 4 leading cause of death for your 20-year-old. COVID-19. How many 20-year-olds do you know who have died of COVID-19? Right? I know a lot have died of these causes. I don't know anyone under 24 who has died of COVID-19. I think the youngest one I knew, he was 36 when he died. It was very upsetting for me because he and I feuded over this girl many years ago, and we had made up our differences. But then he died of COVID-19, and I remember how he always had a big network of people around him. When I think about his tragic death, I try to think that at least he probably caught the COVID-19 with a girl he liked or some other people that he was networking with. He never got married, so at least I try to comfort myself by telling myself that. But here's the kicker. I think the 200 or 300-year-old collecting Social Security actually exists. I think the government doesn't want us to know that the government wants us to believe that you are whatever age you are, and so it's too bad, right? Nobody can live to be beyond whatever, right? 119 or whatever it is, right? But because that's the only way they could peddle all these drugs, right? If people actually believed that if you lived a healthy lifestyle, you could live to be 1,000 years old, the drug industry would collapse overnight.